welcome to Tales from the Tips. I'm DA, joined by 15-year Tour Caddy Mick Middlemo. We're just a couple guys that love to talk about the game of golf, both inside and outside the ropes, but we come at it from a different perspective. Mick,
Yes, sir.
how you doing, my friend?
Good morning here in Australia. Got my Diet Coke. Only had a few beers last night with Dad. Very quiet night. Watched all our Australian football shows, and yeah, good to go.
So I wanted to, it's like you and I have done this for 78 episodes. Great photos of you and Dad from Anzac Day
Yes,
last week. We missed you at the Miracle for Mom and
yeah.
at Mitsubishi, but it looked like you and Dad were having quite a good time.
We had a ball watching our football team. Anzac Day is a traditional game between Collingwood and Essendon, and yeah, it was awesome. So
You smoked them by the looks at the results.
we smoked them. Yes, we smoked them.
I actually looked it up today just to check because I said my question to you is: have you been paying attention to what's happening with the baseball teams and our basketball team over here? But I wanted to know how is Collingwood doing, and when are you going to finally explain to me what this Australian rules football thing is?
I don't think we have enough time to explain the whole game.
Wow. Okay.
Mm.
They look
Very
like a bunch
simple.
of roughnecks. That's what they look like.
Yeah, it's very simple. You kick it through the two big posts, you get 6 points. You kick it through the little ones on either side, you get 1 point. There it is.
So 6
In a
points
nutshell.
in the middle, one on each side.
There it is. 6 points through the middle, which counts as a goal, and the other one is a point or a behind, whichever one you want to, whatever terminology you'd like to use. And then we beat Essendon by 77 of those points.
It looks like this season is like all year.
No, it goes from, well, let me explain something. This is completely different to American football, obviously. You start, the season starts in April, end of March, early April, and then it goes through till the end of September. Then you'll take 3-4 weeks off, and then you get back together and you just basically start training again for the next season. So about November, everybody convenes again, and then you train from November till the end of March, and then you start playing again.
Wow.
So these are like professional athletes, like I guess like they are in the US, but these guys are training together nearly every day of the week.
Ooh.
I mean, because it's a different sport, with the running and the kicking and the athleticism, so it's a little bit different.
How close is it to rugby?
No, not even close.
Not even close. Okay.
No.
I'll have to do more research, I guess.
Yes, you'll have to look at the rules of Australian rules football or highlights. Have a look at some of the highlights of the bashing into each other. That's always a fun one.
Well, that's what I was seeing. That's why I'm like going, is this like rugby? Again, not knowing what I'm supposed to be watching. I just looked at the results also, and I said, well, Mick's team did pretty well, and they're currently, I think, sitting in 8th place.
Yeah, they are in 8th place, but they're going to be lower after tonight because they're going to lose today, I think, unfortunately. They play tonight.
Oh, you think so? Tonight they're going to lose?
Yes, they play. They're resting a few players, so...
load management.
So
they have the same thing going on as the NFL or the NBA.
Wears me out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have quite a bit to go over. You ready for this?
Let's go. Can't talk about Collingwood all day.
First, before we get into all the things that you and I get to go over, I want to thank Adam Murphy, the founder for the Miracle for Mom Foundation, for having Chris and I out last week. Mick, we shot minus 21 and even 50.
Not
Guess
good
where
enough.
we placed?
Probably about 5th or 6th.
I don't know. I just know we didn't win because it was 48.
48.
The final score.
Good score, 48.
Good score. I've never had a card where we didn't have a single par on it. It was either birdie or eagle. Now, I will say this desk, there were some fairways as hard as this desk. If it gives you any indication, you could have hit that running 2-iron that you gave over to Michael, and it would have run up on a couple of greens from.
I've got a new one. Excuse me. I have a new one. I have a new 2-iron.
Oh, you do?
I haven't used it for a month or so. I got a tailor-made 2-iron.
Oh, nice.
Well, it's a 3-iron, but I bent it to a 2-iron.
Chris had some new sticks. He played really well with those. So I'm looking forward. We've got a member guest tomorrow.
Good. Hope you can chip.
What's that?
I hope you can chip.
Well, I
probably shouldn't have said that because he's listening.
It's stroke play, so we're gonna play. I mean, I'm gonna just cheer him on, I guess.
Yeah, no, he'd be fine. He can putt well from off the greens. He's good.
I mean, him and Grizz have almost the same handicap, so we'll see from that. I'm questioning handicaps now based on rounds being played or scores not being dropped in there. So,
I don't even know what handicaps they are, but anyway, it doesn't matter. All I know is you have to drink with Greg tomorrow, so good luck.
Yeah. We did raise, we did hit the goal, over 112,000. So for the charity. So awesome. Thank you for any donations that came in from the podcast. I also want to thank Ashley Hamilton from the Mitsubishi Electric Classic presented by Venture for joining us last week. She had, her and I had a great 30-minute conversation about all the things happening there with the Champions Tour and with the Mitsubishi Electric Classic. So give that a check out. And I especially want to thank Isabel, Chris, and Brian for helping coordinate everything. Mick, we had a beautiful front porch overlooking the parking lot.
Beautiful. Yes.
It was great.
Yeah. You know my thoughts on that.
So right. Okay. Fitzy's, the Fitzpatrick's win at the Zurich. LIV Golf and the city of New Orleans have postponed. Retief wins again in Atlanta, 24 years apart. And Nelly goes wire to wire at the Chevron and now is back at being the number one player in the world for the women. Team USA names a captain. And your boy Fooch has some new sticks he gets to carry.
Again.
So, sir.
Yes, let's go.
I know it's early. Are you ready?
I'm ready. It's not early. It's 9:45 in the morning.
Let's grip it and rip it. Okay, here we go. You want to start? Let's do this. Let's start with the Zurich. I want to ask you. Obviously, team golf, unique and different. We talked about that on last week's podcast. First of all, let me ask you this question. With Matt and Alex winning, I know we were before we started recording, kind of going back and forth. The field and you said it best last week. The field was very lackluster. No offense to any of the guys out there; they're all great players, but just not something that you were jumping up and down. When Brooksy and Shane Lowry, who have never played together, are your favorites, it's tough to really get really excited about it. You actually had Matt Wallace and Marco Penge. I did go on a safe limb and take the Fitzpatricks, and nice to see them win. But let me ask you this, Mick. Who felt it more? Alex trying to get his tour card or Matt trying to get his brother, his tour card? Oh, and by the way, back-to-back wins on the PGA Tour don't normally happen.
No, they do not. He's playing great golf at the moment, and that was a little tasty bunker shot he hit on the last two just quietly. Very impressive. It actually
was not anywhere close to the way it looks on TV. That's about a 35, 40-yard bunker shot.
Oh yeah, huge bunker shot. But it was a nice thing for the tournament because obviously it gave a little bit of soul, a little bit of story to the tournament with them winning like that. And obviously he said it meant as much as his US Open victory. So it meant a lot, and that brought a lot to it. But I think teams golf is it's going to be a thing of the past at some stage.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to sit there and say that they're going to keep this in the rotation in the track one or tier one or whatever they call that. I think you're going to see that probably in the tier two. I don't, they went to this format, I think, 7 or 8 years ago now with the team format. And that has helped resurrect the tournament there and given Zurich something as the title sponsor. I don't know when that sponsorship is up. but
See,
I would.
Zurich pretty much took over after Katrina went through there, and they pumped up the prize money for that tournament to get people to come back. And there were some really good players that were playing in that tournament, and now it's just sort of it's petering in the other direction, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Look at you! Look at you all getting sidetracked looking at your notes.
No. Fortney is saying hello, boys.
Yeah, no, he said it to me too. I just ignored him.
Got it. Oh, you're just ignoring him. Okay. No, I agree with you. I look at it, and the reason I'm asking this is I think the prize purse was a little bit out of whack. 400 FedEx points. So do I get? By the way, I want to ask this question. Clarify. Do I get 800 FedEx points since I picked them to win, or do I only get the 400 FedEx?
Oh, you only get the 400. Oh, nice try.
Okay. But they each got 400 FedEx points.
So you get 200.
Do I get to keep the full 2.745 million?
As long as I get 10%.
Yes, you get. Well, you get more than that, buddy. You're remember we're 50-50. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry.
Wait. We have executive producer Kim. Oh.
Who?
Who?
Crickets.
She said to me the other day, by the way, she said, I probably should be paying attention to what you two guys are doing. And I'm like, yeah, that ship has passed a long time ago. Let me ask you this. Is Alex ready for the tour?
Maybe. I'm gonna sit on that one. He's a very good player, but we'll see. Good story though.
It is a good story. Let me ask you this question.
You're not allowed to say, let me ask you this question. One of my mates gets upset about it.
Wait, what?
He gets upset when you ask me that. Let me ask you a question. He gets upset. Sorry, Jerry, but I had to call you out on this. My Dr. Jerry, buddy, sent me a text the other day.
Well, you got to ask a question. I want to ask you a question. I have a question to ask.
Jerry, come up with something better, Jerry. I know you're listening. Come up with something better.
I have a question to ask the expert, which is you.
I'm not an expert. Well, kind of, sort of.
Stop it. This is the question.
Yes.
Should Alex be playing in signature events after winning a team event with his brother last week?
Negative.
I mean, because he's now teeing it up. Now, again, Matt's not playing. He played a few weeks in a row, and I think he's a little burnt out at this point, and who knows what kind of shape he'll be in for next week at the Truist. We may not see him again until the PGA.
He's got a lot of money to count.
$9 million, Mick, in the last month and a half.
Not bad. Not a bad few weeks work.
Not a bad month stretch. Final thoughts on the Zurich.
It's dying.
It's dying. That's your. Well, speaking of dying, Mick, obviously I'm sure the news got to you guys there in Australia. LIV and the city of New Orleans postponing their event that was scheduled to play later in the month of June. Mick, let me ask you this question. Those guys are not going to tee it up since the week before the U.S. Open and now not until the end of July. What, if you are one of those players, what are you doing to stay in any type of game shape? Especially if you're in some of those majors, or what if you're not in either of those majors?
There's nothing you can do except practice and play golf with your buddies. And figure out where you're going to play next year.
I was going to say, and then news today broke that the Public Investment Fund will be officially ending their funding at the end of this season. And I appreciate your boy Lucas coming out and saying, he's riding it out to the end. What happens to Lucas and Cam and some of the guys that really don't want to be back on the tour?
Well, I guess they're never going to play on the tour again, and they're going to count their lucky stars that they made hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're set for life. And then they're going to probably just ride off into the sunset. Play a few tours. Probably play on the Australian tour because they'll get exemptions out here. Maybe try their luck on something else to try to get back on the PGA Tour. But LIV is completely dead, which is really what a great name for golf, LIV, because it's not. It's completely the opposite. LIV is dead. It's done. It's over. It's over. It's finished. It's served its purpose and whatever it needs to do, and it's officially done. And we'll see what the Brysons of the world go and do now. He's been very quiet lately.
He has, besides venting about how poorly the Mexico course was.
He went back to the old Bryson there, just to let everybody know that the old Bryson's still tucked away in there somewhere. He had us all fooled. He had us all fooled with a good guy image.
I heard somebody
you want
say,
to play for $30-40 million, you'll play in the car park.
Yeah. I heard somebody say, maybe
parking lot for you Americans.
John Rahm can go over to Bryson's house and hit balls over his house.
Yeah, that's what they can do. Have fun, boys. Move on.
Put it on YouTube. Okay.
Dead. LIV Golf, never to be mentioned again on this podcast. Dead.
You want it dead. You're killing LIV off the podcast.
Doesn't even get a mention. Dead. Thanks for coming. See you later. Bye.
It is golf related news, sir.
Yeah, I will, but I'm not going to give it any more than 2 minutes from now on. I'm done with LIV. It's over. Finished. Move on. The Saudis have backed out. No more money. Greg Norman took his cash. Moved on.
Okay. Mick's done. LIV's done. We move on. Okay. Retief Goosen. Mick, did you have a chance to see any of the Mitsubishi Electric Classic?
I did watch a couple of highlights of the old Stuart Singh had a beautiful last round there with a little 63 in the last round.
Yeah. Stuart put himself in a little bit of a hole. He had a tough Saturday. I think he had 4 bogeys on Saturday, but I think that aggressive style hurt him there. But he played a beautiful round of golf on Sunday. You gave him something. I mean, Zach did not play well that final round, but Stephen Ames, that man has keys to that golf course. I don't know what it is about that golf course, but Stephen Ames right back in it. But Retief, first time back winning in Atlanta in 24 years. He did win the Bell South at TPC back 24 years ago for his first tour win. So good to see Retief back in the. It was fun to watch him.
Very quiet man. Good man. Good caddy. Good caddy's good man.
Yeah.
Retief, last time I saw Retief was last year. This time last year, I was hitting balls next to him at Kings Point in Orlando.
So, for me, and I this is the tournament that, man, if I could have Mick alongside me walking around, I'd probably be more amazed than what I always am when I'm with you, when you seemingly know everybody. Who are some of the guys that you miss that were out at Mitsubishi that you would have loved to have reconnected with while you?
It's kind of funny. I was looking at the field, and I think I probably know more people now on the Champions Tour than I do the PGA Tour. That's how long I've been. Well, not long out of it, but yeah, everyone I know is old.
We're not old, Nick.
We're seasoned.
Thank you. We're veterans now.
Seasoned veterans of the tour. Obviously, the boys I know, the Australian guys, I would love to have caught up with, all those guys, the Stuart Applebys of the world and the Cam Percys and those guys. And Kenny Duke's a great mate of mine, and Boo Weekly, obviously. We've had many a beer together and got some great Boo Weekly stories for you. But yeah, all those guys, they're just genuinely all good guys. Like even Retief, he's quiet, but he's a really, really good guy. Once you get to know him and have a talk to him, he's a perfect gentleman. So yeah, it would have been nice to catch up with. It would have been nice to catch up with a million caddies and a million players. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to probably getting a chance to speak to Retief next year. Everybody at the Mitsubishi said what a great champion he's going to be. He's an ambassador, obviously, for Mitsubishi as well. So great that a sponsors guy won, and then Stuart right there on his heels, another sponsor player. Nelly
and
Corda.
I'm sure the course was in impeccable condition.
Oh, Mick, we got a little bit of rain too, so that helped the golf course a little bit. Obviously, it was extremely dry around here. We got some good rains in here on Friday night, Saturday. As a matter of fact, it impacted play a little bit on Saturday, but nothing too crazy. Not a big field.
It's a hard-walking golf course.
Those boys look tired.
It's a hard-walking golf course.
Yeah.
Hard walking golf course.
I will say we had a good group out there. Chris did a nice job filling in for you at both the Miracle for Mom and at the Mitsubishi. Jenny brought the boys out, and I had the bookends. I had the oldest and the youngest out there with me.
By the way, Jenny is Chris's beautiful wife.
Yes, she is amazing. She is super sweet. I do not understand why he would dare say his friend.
I never said that. You did. I did not say that. You did.
It was just, but no, we had a wonderful time. Joe Davis also, Mick, you're going to love this guy. He is just, he's nothing but a bunch of fun, but man, so he brought his wife and their two little ones out to the golf course on Sunday as well. So just a great family experience out there. I want to thank everybody out there that made it possible for us to be out there. We'll be back. Maybe next year I'll get you to fly back in so you can join us. We'll do a couple weeks, since you got to spend a couple weeks back here in the States. We'll do Augusta, and then we'll do Mitsubishi, and then we'll put you back on a plane and send you back.
Send me back. Yeah. Okay. Fair. That's cool.
Cool. Okay. Nelly Corda, wire to wire.
Back where she belongs. Man,
what a great 4 rounds of golf by Nelly. I think she went 65 out the gate, and then wouldn't say the best weekend in the world, but she had a multi-stroke lead every day. First one since I had it in my notes.
Where are you?
Amy Alcott. Amy Alcott.
There's a blast from the past.
Yeah, Amy Alcott was the last one to do that. It was just it's great to see. But Mick, I guess what I want to ask you on this is, what happened with Nelly after that streak of 5 wins in 2024? What happened? What do you think happened?
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktails, shots, and more.
Burnt out, I'd say. I would say five wins, burnt out, little worn out. Maybe rest on your laurels a little bit and everything's going good. Maybe you can't go forever on those streaks and things like that. Even Tiger couldn't go forever on those streaks. I think you get tired. I mean, the emotion, I don't think people understand how emotional draining a round of golf can be when you're in contention. I know how emotionally it is when you're a caddy, how you're worn out by the end of the day. You're like exhausted. You've walked the same 18 holes, but mentally you're fried. Yeah. Like when you're in the hunt, you switched on for 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, including before you get up, as you get up. When you get to the course, you're already plotting it out. You're thinking about it, and then you get to the course, and then I don't think you realize what the 4 hours on that golf course mentally can do to you, because it's not just hitting the shot; it's in between shots. It's everything that you're thinking about. You're watching leaderboards. There's just a lot that goes on, and it can burn you out. And you're doing that week after week after week after week when you're winning. It'll wear you out, and sometimes I've seen guys, go disappear off the planet. Steve Stricker disappeared for a while after being such a good golfer, and then boom, out of nowhere, Steve Stricker came back. And there's Henrik Stenson was another one. He was way up there, then went off the rails for a long time, and then came back and had a great run. Won the Open, and so it definitely does happen. I think burnout is part of it, and then I think it takes a while to get over that, because a lot of the times you don't think you're burnt out, but you are. And you need to take a break, and she has, and she's come back, and I think she's come back bigger and better than what she was before.
Yeah, and the reason I ask it is, she went all of 2025 without winning. Which, listen, don't get me wrong, it's not easy to win out on the LPGA Tour. We talked about it last week as well. There's 32 women every single week that could win that golf tournament.
Yeah,
every week.
I think she's back. I think she's, I think she's rejuvenated. She's, got the love for it again and stuff like that. And yeah, I think she's going to be fine. I think we'll see her win a couple more times before the end of the year for sure.
Do you think she felt the pressure of having to carry the league, so to speak, at that point?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Try to carry the league. She was the name. She's the one player. She's interviews every week. And then you get the other aspect is when you're not winning, you have to answer those questions every week. And so that becomes hard as well. All of a sudden you start to doubt yourself and, you're getting more questions. When you're going to win again, when you're going to win again, when you're going to win again. And all of a sudden that starts putting more pressure every tournament you tee it up. They're like, well, they're expecting me to win and you don't. Then there's more pressure. And so, going a year without winning for her was unheard of. And I would have lost a lot of money if someone had said to me that would happen, because I know how good of a player she is, having seen it, in person. But no, I think she's going to be fine now. She's got that monkey off her back and she's ready to go again.
Well, yeah, I mean, last year, what did they had that streak of 25 or 27 straight events where they had a different winner?
Different players, yeah.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Well, it was good to see her. I really don't like the hop into Poppy's pool. You could have gotten rid of that tradition. I think that should have been buried with the golf course after you left the golf course, but they continue it on. We'll see. Okay, moving on to this week, signature event. We go signature event, and then we're at the PGA. Mick, the Cadillac at Doral. We're back at the Blue Monster. First time since 2016. Can you believe that?
Never caddied there. I had to pull out injured there one time.
Wait, excuse me?
I had to pull out injured.
Injured?
I was injured.
What did you do?
I had a bad back. I tore my back up. Getting out of bed. The week, it might have been the week before. Yeah, I think it was the week before, and I was hurting for a few weeks, so I didn't caddy.
Who were you?
Greg Allen.
Greg at the time.
Mm-hmm. Never caddied. So I was wounded.
You were wounded.
I've had a few wounds on the golf course where I not had to pull out as caddy.
Well, I would imagine it's not. Again, you just mentioned it. It's not an easy job.
No, sometimes you get wounded doing it.
It looks glamorous on TV.
It can be glamorous, there is no doubt, but you can get wounded at times. Yeah.
You could sprain an ankle. I mean, you walk those hills at the Mitsubishi, and you really feel it. Let me ask you this: Blue Monster. How do you then approach the this golf course? I mean, obviously you've got. First of all, I don't understand how we're playing this at the end of April. We're going to have storms. We're going to have everything else, humidity, but mainly the wind on 18. And by the way, that I believe I heard a stat that tee from the last time the tour was there is now back 30 or 35 yards back further than what it was. Mick, my question, sir, is how do you tame the Blue Monster?
Hit it straight.
Hit it straight.
Don't hit it in the blueness. Keep it on the greenness. Keep it on the greenness. But put it this way, you're going to hit the occasional ball in the water there. It's going to happen invariably. It's probably going to happen. But the person who doesn't do it the most usually comes out on top. It's a tough golf course. The winds, and like I said, the winds get up and then the storms come in the afternoons. A lot of crosswinds. But yeah, it's a very difficult and challenging golf course, that's for sure.
It's a big boy ballpark, so to speak. This
is a big boys ballpark.
Which, I mean, I don't really look at the list and see a bunch of guys that are short and I mean, obviously, one of the guys that actually has some playing experience out there, Brian Harmon, actually, there's only 16 guys that have been out there in a tour event.
Yeah. Which
is
good.
Teeing it up this week.
That's good. And they have the advantage, my friend.
I was going to say, and before we get into the picks, do you like an Adam Scott? Do you like a Justin Rose? Do you like, Jordan and JT are not playing great golf right now. Do you like Jason Day's been playing some great golf. Do you like that? Do you like a Gary Woodland who's been out there?
who's been playing lovely golf at the moment,
Yeah.
Gary Woodland. If I was going to pick anybody at the moment out of those guys, I'd probably go with Gary Woodland. Gary's a long hitter of the golf ball. Yeah. And he's playing such good golf, and he's playing really, really good golf at the moment.
I mean, you got Harris. Harris has been out there. I think they only have 1 or 2 starts. Russ Henley, only 1 or 2 starts out there. Obviously, Brian Harman played in 2015.
Pick all the Georgia boys, why don't we? Let's go through the Georgia golf team here at the moment.
Well, I mean, I could throw Bubba Watson in here too, but
yeah,
he's
not a Georgia Bulldog.
Those LIV guys, just recently played out there. No, but Ricky is had an opportunity. He played out there for,
and
Lucas
he's been
Glover.
playing decent golf. And Ricky's been playing decent golf.
He's playing good golf. So I guess and I know as we get into our picks, both you and I have picks that have never played out there in a tournament event.
No, I'm going to change my pick.
Oh, you're going to change your pick on me. Okay. So well, let's do it. Let's go to the picks, sir.
Because I'm not going to do what you did last week by picking the favorite or the second favorites.
I didn't. Oh, well, listen, the field, you said it, and I agreed with you. The field was not very good.
So you went straight to the second favorites, whereas I did not. I did not take the easy way.
I was strategic. Your guy still played well.
Gary Woodland.
You're going Gary Woodland. Oh, man, now I got to change it on the sheet.
Because I originally was going to go Scotty Scheffler, but that's too easy because he's starting to play good golf again, and you can't pick Scotty every week. I'm not going to be that guy that picks the favorite every week.
You can't gain any points on him if you pick him. And I think at some point...
oh, no, I came up with a new rule.
Oh, you have a new... What's your new rule?
Yeah, I come up with a new rule that if you pick Scotty Scheffler and he wins, you get the points and Scotty doesn't.
Oh, I like that. I only picked him once. I've got him for the U.S. Open. So
reconnecting. It says reconnecting.
You're reconnecting. You're still good.
I'm back on. It was just a little thing in the middle there, that buffering.
So Gary Woodland is your pick. I am going with he's a rookie out there. And looking at his odds, I kind of I don't know what I'm going to get out of him because he kind of does get all over the place. Chris Gotterup. I think Chris, he's played well down in Florida. He played well in the Florida swing. I was originally thinking Cam Young, but
I'll go with another one you went out on a limb with.
Well, Cam Young's playing good golf. Would you have taken Cam Young back in January? No.
Maybe. Well, exactly.
No. So that's my point. But I'm not also, I'm like you. Easy pick would have been Scotty. I think you're right. I think Scotty's due. Last 2 tournaments he's teed it up. He's in second place. It's scary what could happen here in the next couple of weeks. Scotty could go on a tear and these boys all would be in some trouble. I just don't want him to get too worn out before his 30th birthday at the U.S. Open. So,
it doesn't sound like it's going to be. It doesn't sound like it's going to be a big 30th birthday like mine was.
I don't think it's going to be anywhere close to. I don't think it's going to be even close to your 62nd birthday, sir.
I haven't had that yet.
Your 61st? Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Team USA announces its Ryder Cup captain, Jim Furyk.
Can I get vanilla ice cream with a side of vanilla ice cream with a topping of vanilla ice cream? Boring. Haven't we been down this path before?
Thank you. I thought we finally had gotten out of that path when we took Keegan last year. And here we go, right back to square one. We're taking the guy that got blown out in Paris, by the way.
We're taking square one.
What is going on?
Horrible decision.
I mean,
let's get back to the old boys club.
It is. It feels like we are back in the old boys club. And nothing against Jim. Nothing against Jim. It's just the way that the PGA of America runs this garbage.
And then we'll have the vice captains, Freddie Couples, Steve Stricker, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, what happened with Webb Simpson? What happened to? I mean,
Yeah.
Kid. Why not Kisner?
Yeah.
I mean,
Done.
what are we doing?
Get a bit of fun, get a bit of life into it, get a bit of team spirit into it. Nah. Let's just go back to the boring stuff. There's nothing.
I
It's
mean,
the road, the roadmap to no success.
well, it's not like Jim can go and tee it up in a signature event or in some of these other events and play a couple of rounds with these guys as we get closer and closer. You know, that status is gone. What are we doing? What is Team USA doing?
Nah. And the price of the Ryder Cup tickets has really escalated. Everybody got a little heated.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely raised the prices since the last time it was over in Europe. But it's in line with what they charged in New York, and they sold that out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Golf fans will travel, sir. Golf fans will travel.
Yeah. Anyway, good luck with that, USA.
Okay, so and obviously we'll get into more Ryder Cup stuff as we get closer into 27 and obviously next year. But you talk about just I felt like somebody just gut punched me and just took all the wind out of me. I mean, I have no interest.
I had a little chuckle when I saw it.
I definitely didn't chuckle. I literally, I think I put my palm to my face and said, "What are we doing?"
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. When I was having a chuckle and doing that, and having a laugh, going, "Yeah, that's a little."
I mean, let's just hand Luke Donald win number 3 and make it 6 years since our last victory, or 8 years.
Yeah, something dramatic will have to change for that to happen, especially over there too. So good luck with that one, guys.
Well, speaking of great guys and one making a huge change, your guy Justin Rose, Fooch, McLaren Golf. Whoa, hold on. I think, ladies and gentlemen, we have set a new record. Unless Mick's phone has locked up, we have rendered Mick speechless.
Absolutely mind-boggling decision. That must be a lot of money.
Okay.
Rosie's been down this path before when he tried the Homna clubs. How'd that work for him?
Thank you. What are we doing? We're playing the best golf of our lives right now.
Yeah, let's play one of the best golf course, best rounds, playing beautifully. Oh, here's an idea. Let's change clubs because I need the money. Yeah, okay.
I need the money.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's my tad of sarcasm there. Yeah.
Mick,
now, I haven't spoken to Fooch about this, and if I did speak to Fooch about this, I would ask him about this, and I know what he would say, and I wouldn't repeat it.
So let me ask. Okay, I know you would ask Fooch, and Fooch would tell you off the record what you would expect him to say. But on the record, he's posting how excited he is about McLaren Golf.
Well, he might probably get a new set of clubs himself, so I'd be posting how much I like them too.
Right?
In fact, I love McLaren Golf. I'd love to be an ambassador for McLaren Golf. I'd like to try them out. Actually, you know what? I would like to try McLaren clubs out and send me a set, and I'll let you know what I think of them. And then I'll say, Rosie made a great decision. 15 young... Oh, no, I can't give the address.
Yes. Don't give out your address on the podcast. We'll get in touch with the folks. I think you know somebody that knows somebody at McLaren Golf. Maybe you should say, hey, Fooch, we want to get McLaren as a sponsor, for the
I'm interested in trying them out. Yes.
Yes.
Great iron. I hear the irons are impeccable.
Yeah. I can't wait to. Do you think one gets thrown into the Blue Monster this weekend?
No, not the McLarens. They're good clubs.
Okay. I literally just said to myself, I go, what is going on?
Yeah. Well, watch this space on that one. 1 year max.
It's amazing though that the it's kind of familiar
When
that
do you go from building Formula One cars to making golf clubs? Where does this go?
high performance metal, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe they go further when you throw them. I don't know.
Or faster.
I can throw a golf club with the best of them. Don't worry about that.
Well, how much of the tour are you going to watch this week?
I'll probably watch a little bit. It's usually a nice time of the morning for me to sit up and get up with Dad, and we sit and watch the golf together. Yeah.
Anything good planned for the weekend?
Yeah, probably. Saturday will probably be our regular Saturday. We get to, well, it won't be like last Saturday when we had our first drink at 7 a.m. and our last drink at 7 p.m. Won't be anything like that.
Right.
Let's not do that again. No, Saturday will be a day where we come up to the local RSL, which is the veterans place, and then we'll watch football and we'll watch the horse racing and we'll drink beer.
Well, it sounds like an amazing time. I'm going to be with your golf partner, Greg, Grizz, and Chris. We're playing in the member guest this week at Bentwater. So I feel like I'm filling in for you this week.
Yes. You probably,
so I will try to do you proud. I cannot come anywhere close to the number of short ones and tall ones that you consume, sir. But I will. I'll give it my best go.
Oh, Greg will do his best to give you a couple little things. I can say shots because I'm on the outside of the world. A couple little shots. I'm sure he will.
Can find you.
Yeah, I know, but I can say that. So
yeah.
Anyway, we'll have fun with that, gentlemen.
We will definitely have some fun. I'm excited. Tomorrow I get to tee it up with a buddy of mine from the Atlanta Braves, Mr. Eugene Brooks. We're gonna tee it up at the Hispanic Chamber golf outing, Mick, down at Heritage Links down in Tucker, Georgia. Ooh. So
mucho cervezas.
Yes, mucho cervezas, and probably some tequila. But it's always a great outing. Can't wait to get out there for that one. And that'll be my tune-up round. Mick, you should see the ping zings. I got to give a shout out to the boys at GT Golf Supplies because those babies look sweet. I played the 8-iron and the 9-iron, hit the green both times on the par threes with those. So Dad's clubs have resurfaced, and they are in my bag for tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
There you go. I think my dad's clubs are in the garage. I might have to go and see what he's got. I think, yeah. I might have to go and investigate today to see, because it'd be 30 years since he played golf, so I'll have to...
I think, well, yours and mine were about equal. As a matter of fact, Chris found some rust on Dad's, and I'm like, well, I know where that came from. And he kind of looked at me, and I said, yeah, their basement flooded a couple times, so that's where the clubs were. So,
sweet. All right, yes, I'll go and investigate them this afternoon. See what
I gotta, investigate and report back, sir. All right. Well, thanks for teeing up with us on Tales from the Tips. If you're catching us on YouTube, make sure you give us a like, hit that subscribe button, drop us a comment, and let us know how we're doing. Let me know what you think of Chris filling in for Mick, and also Joe Davis from ATL Golfs. Had a lot of fun with those guys last week. Definitely not having my partner, though, by my side. So good to be back with Mick. You can find every episode where you find your favorite podcast: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and now we are available on iHeart Podcast. Just search for Tales from the Tips under podcast. Hit the like button, subscribe, plus, and enjoy. Mick, you can catch us on all the socials: Instagram, X, and your favorite
TikTok.
Mick and the TikTok. You can watch this live, like Chris is right now on the Twitch. Just follow Tales from the Tips Pod. For that, we go live, and it will notify you. Just hit that little notifications button. It'll tell you when we go live. You can follow along and watch this happen in real time without all the editing and fun stuff that I get to do. Mick?
Yes, and to all my American friends, you can't call me on my American phone anymore because it's kaput. Done.
You officially turned it off.
Done. So
there it is.
All the people who have my Australian phone number, that's all it needs.
I was going to say, for those that have his number now,
you made the cut. You made the cut.
We made the cut. Whew. I was worried.
I went from 500 phone numbers to 105.
Wow.
It's a savage cut.
That was savage.
Mm.
Whew. All right. I'm going to try to keep my drives perfectly straight. They weren't straight the other day, but I'll keep them straight. We'll be rolling those putts in, and we'll keep our scores low. Mick.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
I'll see you next week, my friend.
See you, kids.
We'll see you next week on Tales from the Tips. Goodbye.